Big story right now, new at 6. Connecticut has a housing crisis. There just isn't enough to meet the demand, especially when it comes to affordable housing.
And while there are several proposals to try and address the problem, lawmakers have yet to act. Our chief political reporter, Susan Raff, is live at the state capitol tonight with more. Susan.
Erin, here is something that everyone agrees on, and that is Connecticut does have a housing crisis. And this year, there's a conversation again to fix it. In fact, there are 6 new bills to find a solution to the housing crisis. But time is running out, less than 3 weeks to go, and it's unlikely much will get done this session. Houses for sale don't stay on the market very long. There's a housing shortage in Connecticut, and homes sell fast. There's an even bigger problem with affordable housing.
If you build apartments, will people move into them? The answer is yes. The problem is getting towns to sometimes agree to that development, right? I agree that's still a struggle.
The challenge has been getting towns, mainly in rural areas, to build more housing. This year, there are 6 different housing bills. One creates more tax incentives. Majority Leader Jason Rojas says we need to focus on urban areas as well.
It's not just new housing, but it's also replacing a lot of old housing, like in places like Hartford. Where you have a lot of turn-of-the-century housing that has lead paint in it and is old and blighted and needs to come down.
Some of the other proposals deal with building codes and more protections for tenants. Republicans see these as mandates and say this could hurt the housing crisis, not help it.
The state has made an effort to invest in housing, which is a good thing. But on the other hand, if we're going to make it more costly to build, put more restrictions in place, we're throwing good money after bad.
But tenants like Leslie Caraballo are urging lawmakers to act. She says her landlord is evicting her and her daughter because the building is now being renovated, and she has just a few days to move out.
That is not fair. And now, what's going to happen to my child? I'm okay with living in a car. What about a 5-year-old, though?
So right now, it's unclear if 1 or 2 or any of these housing bills will be voted on. And this could very well be the 2nd year in a row that lawmakers make housing a priority, but not much gets done. We are live at the state capitol in Hartford. Susan Raff, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Susan.